I want you to bring out the percentage handout that we were working on. Last time you tried to estimate what the area were, and today I'm going to give you a transparency with 100 little square that you can put on top of your paper to try to get a more accurate of what that percentage is. So I'm going to give you a little bit time to work on that.
Okay, let's see what you guys have. If you're not totally done, it's okay. All right, the first one, what did we get? We estimate 25% when you put the grid on top of it. You see what? Also 25%, so you did a good job for that one. And the next one, what was it? It's really 40, okay? So it's a little bit more than 1/3, but not more than 50% for sure. And the next one, actually, we probably can match it. So after we counted it, how many percent do we have? 28%, is that what everybody got? How about D? When we do D is trickier, right? Some of these you may have to like add this guy with the ones have just a little bit together. And after you figure out one side, maybe you can multiply it to 2 to get the other parts. Anybody have a good number? Okay, so D is hard, I heard. How about E? 28%, everybody seems to be pretty confident with that. And how about F? 53%, because it matched quite nicely, right? It looked like the grid can give you a good estimation for that. How about this one? 38 sounds good, so your estimation was not bad, 36. And the last two is going to be a little bit harder, right? So I'm going to let you guys take this home and figure these three more difficult ones at home, D, H, and I, and then report back to me when you come back to class. Let's look at the next part. We already did example for this part. We are moving on to the percentometer, and then we talked about the percentometer last time. They look like a thermometer. One side represents the percentage, one side represents the number. We will use percentometer to solve different problems. You will have homework questions like that. It's already assigned to you. And you will have exam questions like that. Make sure you start from 0 and the number layout is proportionally correct. So if it's 50%, would be half. If it's 33 and 1/3, which is 1/3 of the 100, then it would be closer to 0 in the 1/3 positions. And last time we solved different problems, but we didn't finish all of them, right? And we said when you set them up, my trick is you say what percent is 51. So when we set up the questions, we want to set up the thermometer, x equal to 51. So we didn't do C, D, and E. Let's work on them now. On your handout with the percentage. For C, we need to use a percentometer to try to solve this problem. And again, one side should be percentage, one side should be number. And both sides should start from 0, right? What else can I put on C? They say 15% of 320 is what number? The way I read it is 15% is what number? What can I put in the percentometer? We can put down 15. So 15 is close to 0, right? And we can also put down 320 where? 100, so you know 100% for sure, right? And then that would be 320 because 15% is some number of this 320, right? So 15% is what number? So we don't know this, and we put what there. When you try to set it up, we will do what? 15 over 100 on the left-hand side equal to x over 320, right? Just like how this is set up here. Is it okay? And how do we solve that? You do cross multiplied like this. And we are going to have 100 times x equal to 15 times 320. And then both sides need to be divided by 100. Before that, I need to multiply them together, right? So 15 times 320 is 4,800 divided by 100. 48 is x. This is 48 here. I can say that 15% of 320 is 48, right? Question for this. Okay, I want you to go ahead and set up D for me. See if you can set up the percentometer. $60 is what percent of 72? What can I put in the graph? 60 where? On the percent side or the number side? On the number side, okay. Is it close to 100% or 0%? 100, how do you tell? Because the two number you get, one is 60, one is 72, they seems to be pretty close, right? Okay. And then what? 72 is your 100%. And then we need to find out what percent is 60, right? If you have a hard time reading, I can see like 60 is what percent, right? I don't know the percentage of 60, but 72 is bigger, so I assume that's my 100%. Is it okay? So for D, we don't know how many percent is 60. 60 is what percent of 72? 72 is the bigger number, so for this scenario, that's your 100%. Question for this. To set it up, we will do what? X over 100 on the left-hand side equal to 60 over 72. Go ahead and try to solve that for me, please. Do we have an answer for that? 60 times 100 is 6,000. Divided by 72, we got what? 83.3% repeating with the 3. 83.3 repeating. This is for the percentage, right? So the answer will be 60 is about 83.3 repeating percent of 72. I didn't create this handout, but a lot of them are not whole number. I don't know why. Question for this. All right, so that's D. How about E? Go ahead and set up E for me. 34 is 8% of what number? We have 34 is 8% of what number? What can I put in my percentometer? 8% is going to be close to 0. And what else? 100%. Where do I put 34? Is it 100%? 34 is 8%, right? Of a number, of an unknown number. So 34 is here. 8% of some number that we don't know. Can we see that? Like 34 is 8%. That's what they tell us of some number. Okay, go ahead and calculate that for me, please. Anybody have an answer? 425. If I put that in a statement, I can say 34 is 8% of 425, and we can double check, right? 425 times 0.008 is 34. Is it okay? You will have to set it up carefully. It's very easy to make a mistake for questions like that. Are we okay? Questions? 34 is 8%, right? Of some number. So 34 is 8%, some number here. All right, last time we said we did one more example at the bottom here, saying sometime just like thermometer, you can go over 100%, right? Last time we did any questions, I said you likely will see one on the test. If a full work week is 40 hours per week, and this person worked 48 hours. Obviously, he worked more than 100%, right? We found out that this person actually worked 125% of the full week. So B, let's look at B. B say, last year the enrollment at this college was 5,000 and this year is 5,150. So I can see it's more than last year, right? So if I count that as 100%, then this year's enrollment would be what percent of last year's enrollment? So can you go ahead and help me to set that up, please? For B part at the bottom, last year we have 5,000. This year is 5,150. Set up the percentometer, one size percent, one size number, both start at 0. Okay, what else can I put in here? 5,000 correspond with 100% is last year's enrollment, which is 5,000 people. Are we okay? And then now this year we have, where do I put that? For the quantity below 5,000. And then we don't know what percent that corresponds to, right? We're going to set that up just like the percentometer, 100 on top, x at the bottom on the left-hand side equal to 5,000 over 5,150. Cross multiply, solve for x. Divide both sides by 5,000. Anybody have an answer? 103. This is going to be the answer. We'll say this year's enrollment is 103% of last year's enrollment. Is that okay? I want you to look at the last one and see if you can solve that question, which is C at the bottom. So one size percent, one size number, both sides start with 0, right? What can I put down on the percentometer? We know Mandy scored 750, which is 150% of the average. They want to know the average score, so average score should count as how many percent? I know 150. 150% is, the score is 750, and then I don't know the average, and average should count as 100%, so close to here, 100%, we don't know the score. When you set it up on the left-hand side, we're going to have what? 100 over 150 equal to x over 750, all right? And cross multiply. Make sure you show the steps, even though intuitively, like you just multiply together, but as a teacher, they want you to show all the steps. Explain each part, how you get different numbers. After you calculate, you should get x is 500. Okay, so I'm going to say the average score on this exam is 500. Questions? So the percentometer will be on your homework that was assigned to you last time, and also will be on the exam. I'm a little bit worried about the geometry stuff, but the terminology one you will have to actually practice on your own memorization and understand the notation. And then the angle ones is kind of like a puzzle. So when we have time, we're going to try to do some more if possible, but you need to start reviewing it. Start studying some of the topics as we cover quite a bit. We have ratio and proportions, and then we have geometry, we have percentage, and we have one last topic today, which is probability. So again, because you guys are doing elementary level, so we're not going to go into something complicated. Just a very basic minimum that you need to know for probability. We'll be covering this class. If you want to learn more, you can come see me, but we are going to do the standard one. Let's see. This is the last topic about probability. I want to do it today so you can finish the last homework for exam 2. After that, we probably will go back to percentage just to do one more activities, which you get a handout today.